A pregnant woman was struck by lightning on her way to the hospital. Despite her imminent death, she gave birth to a baby boy just before passing away. However, the baby was strangely pale, with no hair on his body. When his father saw him for the first time, he broke down and cruelly abandoned him. The unwanted baby was taken in by his grandfather, who, due to the boy's bizarre appearance, locked him away in the basement for 18 years. After the grandfather's death, the local sheriff and the director of the welfare home, Lisa, arrived. They cautiously entered the basement, where they found the boy curled up in the corner. Lisa kindly extended her hand, signaling for him not to be afraid. But when Jerry stepped forward, Lisa was taken aback. The sight of books scattered across the room piqued Lisa's curiosity. Jerry explained that he had never left the room and had only learned about the outside world through reading. Lisa, intrigued, picked up a book, and Jerry recited it word for word, astonishing her. Such a talent should not be hidden away in a basement. Encouraged by Lisa, Jerry finally emerged from the basement and was sent to the welfare home. The next day, the welfare home organized a camping trip. While everyone else was happily playing, Jerry sat alone, feeling deeply isolated by the stares and mocking laughter around him. Jerry preferred the company of animals over humans, perhaps because they shared the same innocence and kindness. However, this peaceful moment was quickly interrupted by several men. It turned out that Alan and his group had been following Jerry and were now pointing rifles at him, intending to kill the monster they saw him as. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out from a distance. The group hurried to the sound, where they found the deputy sheriff proudly showing off a doe he had just shot. As they watched the dying deer, Jerry became furious. He placed one hand on the doe's body and grabbed the deputy sheriff with the other. In an instant, the deer's pain seemed to flow into the deputy, overwhelming him with a suffocating sensation as though he were nearing death. It wasn't until the doe passed away that Jerry released his grip. This experience left the deputy sheriff psychologically traumatized, and he discarded all the guns at home. The sheriff, unable to believe what had happened, listened as the deputy recounted the event. The sheriff, who had a wife paralyzed for many years and suffering on the edge of life and death, suspected that his wife had unfulfilled desires. He asked Jerry to listen to his wife's unspoken wishes, hoping to bring her peace before she passed. The moment Jerry touched her forehead, her thoughts filled his mind. The reason she couldn't let go was her concern for their son. Upon learning this, the sheriff took his wife's hand and, through Jerry's communication, they had their final conversation. After hearing her husband's promise, the wife peacefully passed away. When their son returned home after hearing the news, instead of the usual arguments, he received an embrace from his father. The father and son reconciled, and Jerry couldn't help but reminisce about his own childhood, filled with loneliness. As Jerry walked through the town, the residents continued to avoid him. Some even blamed him for the sheriff's wife's death.